We're live. We're live. Yay. Okay, perfect. So listen, this is going to be quick. Pop in now. I was thinking about y'all today. And I had one of those days where I woke up on purpose early, had just the schedule was is you have your calendar and it looks like there's no time anywhere in it to do like you're just book solid. I did that. And I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose because um I wanted to plan my break and I wanted it to be the afternoon. So that's what I did. So I've been running since like, I don't know, 6-ish this morning. And it's been a lot. Like I just realized I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. So before I could even pop on here to talk to y'all, I had to go eat because I was like, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything today. So I ran off and, pulled out my lunch and everything and handled that. So I feel better. Whew. But I wanted to talk to you also because I want to know, how are you really doing? I mean, no, how are you really doing? Everybody says the same thing. How you doing? Fine. I'm good. I mean, it's a lot. I'm overwhelmed, but I know. But here's the thing: we are um, in a really, really busy time of year. It is shopping and events and gift giving and decorating, cooking, maybe planning for travel for Christmas. Um, there's a lot going on. There's a whole lot going on, and I know everybody's it's the happiest time of the year, blah blah blah, and sometimes it's just a lot. So that brings me back to the question: how are you really doing? Now, for you, those of y'all who watch me on the replay, comment, tell me how are you doing, because it's okay if you're not feeling it right now, if you are just tired and or some people are like, oh, I can't believe it's the end of the year, and you're like, good riddance, I've had enough for 2022, let's move on. Yeah, sometimes it feels like that. Here's the thing though, if we don't take a minute and kind of look at it, like, how am I doing, how am I feeling, then what happens is all that stuff we feel, all the emotions, they're in there. They're in there and they are right about here. And we're not really acknowledging, we're just pushing through. We're just sucking it up and trying to keep it moving. And honestly, that is one of the reasons why we overeat. That right there. We are trying to feel better. And the only excuse we can find to take care of ourselves is, well, I have to eat. Because people are like, well, you have to eat. So if you sit down with a meal or snack or whatever, you can feel very justified in saying, it's okay that I'm doing this because I have to eat. And so taking a break so I can eat is justifiable. But here's the thing. First of all, a lot of times we do that. We're not really hungry. We're not hungry. And we're just eating because it's the only way we can get a break from all the crazy that we're going through. The other thing is, sometimes what we're doing is we are using food as a way to make ourselves feel better. We're eating because it feels like that's taking care of ourselves. And the problem with that, it's if you're hungry, like I said, I just sat down, I had my lunch. I was super, super hungry. I was like, I need to eat. That was good. I felt like I took care of myself because I needed the food. Now, if I go back in the kitchen right now and get a cookie and grab some chips and I'm not hungry anymore, I'm not taking care of myself. Now I'm doing something else. And that right there is what we do a lot, because we are using food for a break. We're using food for a comfort. We're using food as a pat on the back for doing a lot of hard work. We're using it for reasons that it's not really for. So that's why I said, how are you really doing? Because the answer to that gives you the light on the path. What do I need? Where should I go from here? I'm exhausted. So even though my temptation tonight might be to sit down with a glass of wine and Netflix and chill, maybe what I really need is to go to bed half an hour earlier, maybe an hour earlier. Maybe that TV time that seems like recreation and fun that really is going to result in me not getting enough sleep tonight, maybe that's not the solution I really need. Or maybe, the way you really feel is, I just don't feel like I'm doing anything that I need. I'm meeting everybody else's needs, but I need something too. Well, what do you need? Do you need a break? Do you need some recreation? The reason why I booked my break this afternoon is so I could go sit outside and read in the sun. I feel better when I get outside. And when we have those weeks or runs of days where it's rainy and it's cold or whatever it is, and I can't get outside, I feel it emotionally. And I'm super tempted to just go and snack, just for no good reason, just graze all over the place, just whatever there's food comes by me, I'm like, yep, let me get that. So I need to make time to go sit outside in the sun. And I like to read. I've got this magazine I've been trying to read for like 5 days since it came in the mail. I haven't been able to get to it. So I'm trying to get to it. So that's what I'm about to do. This time of year, when you are cooking and shopping and gifting and standing in line at the post office and all the things that you're doing, trying to get everything together for the holiday, I want to encourage you, don't forget about you. Because if it's so hard for us, sometimes we feel selfish doing for us. It's supposed to be the season of giving, and you absolutely should give. But think about it. These companies email you and say, it's the end of the year, please donate. If you had zero in your bank account, or you had just barely enough to pay your bills, you can't give anything to this. Even if it's a cause you totally support, you can't give to them. You don't have it. Same thing here. You got to fill your tank. Maybe you can't do as much as maybe you'll do in the beginning of the year, or maybe, before the holidays, but there needs to be something that you're putting in to keep yourself running so that you don't end up just running on fumes. So what is it that you need? Think about it for a minute. Other than food, is it sleep? Is it fun? What's fun? Define that. Sometimes we just use TV or screens or whatever as fun, but then in the end, we feel like we just fell into a black hole. And what did I just do with 2 hours of my life? So just decide, what is it that you love, that you really need and enjoy, and make time. Schedule a space for yourself. I want to tell you about a couple things that I have for you coming up. Number one, next week, you are going to start seeing invitations to join my Sister Love Self-Love Challenge. We're going to do a 4-day self-love challenge where it's super easy. It's not going to take you any time. It's just going to be sharing ways that we are taking care of ourselves. If that is taking a bubble bath, if that's going to bed a little early, if that's making yourself a really nice veggie salad, something nourishing, whatever. If it was, I sat down for 1 minute today and I took deep breaths. Girl, do you. Do whatever it is that helps you and counts as self-love, and that's anything that is nourishing to yourself. And so we're going to post those things, and we're going to encourage each other, and we're going to share so that we all can feel supported, and we all can feel like, oh, that's a good idea. Let me do that. I could do that. I can sit down for a minute and give myself a hand massage with some really nice smelling lotion. I could do that. That'll make me feel good. Think about what you can do to take care of yourself in the midst of all of the giving that you're doing. So watch for the self-love challenge, the Sister Love Self-Love Challenge. We're going to do that. You're going to get a chance to sign up next week, and then we're going to do it from December 11th to the 14th. So it's coming. Watch for that. The other thing is, if you are struggling, if you need extra support, if you need help with your weight, your just getting a breather, a moment, some support in how to handle some of the challenges coming through at this time of year around food, I have 2 mini courses I have launched on the website, and you can have them. Go to www.drandreachristianparks.com. Get the whole name, drandreachristianparks.com. And I have 2 courses. One is the Mindful Eating Meditation course. That's a series of very short, right to the point exercises to take you through some of the challenges that come around food. How to eat when you're hungry, how to stop when you're full, how to deal with the urges that come from food that you really know you don't need, but you really want to eat it. A whole series of them. It's more than that, but that's some of it. And then there's weight loss for the holidays. Now, just because we're past Thanksgiving does not mean you can't get it. You can still get it. You can actually, right now, it's still on special as a bundle. You can get both courses for less than the cost of one of the courses. So go get it before that, because that's going away. That's not going to stay forever. So go grab yourself one or both of the courses and give yourself some of the support you need. This is a little gift, a little present you can give yourself during this time that you're giving a lot extra. You always give a lot. I know you do. But this is a time of year where you're giving even more. So even more why it's time to give yourself some support as you give. So all that being said, let me put this website in here for those of y'all who want to watch this on the replay. And I will definitely be seeing you all. I'll be coming back and forth, but I'm telling you right now, we're going to get to the self-love challenge. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Bye, y'all.